After moving into my dream cabin in the woods, I finally started on renovations. Since we have a tight budget, I decided I had to do most of the work myself. I'm determined to overcome the fear of the unknown and pick up the skills needed to transform this fixer-upper. I began by ripping up the smelly old carpet. Now that is out of the way, time to finish up the demolition, start work on the floorings, and fix all of the textured walls. Hello, party people! I think I'm going to take off this shelf because it doesn't really work. Things keep falling off of it. The shelves are not sturdy whatsoever. Also, I got new pants. I don't buy clothes for myself. This is new for me. Who knew there's affordable clothes at Target and I don't have to just wear the same thing for 10 years. Let's get started. So the flooring has arrived. The only predicament is that they couldn't deliver it all the way up to the house. This is 3,000 pounds. I'm going to have to lug it with our dolly individually up to the house. I honestly don't feel that intimidated yet, but I think I'm going to regret it in about 2 seconds.
I was just telling Janet my brilliant idea. Instead of Janet putting this all on a dolly and then rolling it up the gravel like the people who made the pyramids. Ridiculous. Why would you do it like that? Bring the car down and fill it up as much as you can. Drive it back up.
I was like, you're a genius.
Yeah, that's right.
Why didn't I think of that? I'm an
Why
idiot.
didn't you think of that?
This is why we make the big bucks, man.
This is why we make some bucks.
We're lazy.
Yeah.
So each of these are 66.6 pounds. Oh, it's gonna take a lot longer than I thought. My neighbor was kind enough to lend me his truck. So now I have a truck. I need to get myself a truck. This is why. This is why everyone has trucks in Texas and Arizona. Some suntan lotion on. I am going to get extremely tan today. Each of these things is like 70 pounds. I regret everything. Let's see how fast I can do this. Hear that? Cicadas. Last one. Oh my god. So proud of myself. A whole bunch of tools came from Lowe's. I'm really excited to unbox them. I got a rip cut fence for my circle saw because I don't want to buy a table saw just yet. I used to use one at school. We had this amazing woodworking workshop. My teachers were psycho and I learned a lot of weird skills that I am finally grateful for, being 30 years old and doing DIY, but at the time, not fun. Tools are expensive, and yet still not quite as expensive as camera equipment, music equipment, even art supplies. So I don't feel that bad because these tools will last me a lifetime, apparently, if I take care of them. What is a few $100s when I'm adding a few $1,000s by using them on my house? I got myself a jigsaw. I bought all these on sale during Memorial Day, so this is actually free, this circle saw. I think I spent like $300 on a miter saw. It came with a free circle saw. This was such a steal. Whoa. I got myself a compound miter saw. I'm honestly kind of scared of it. It's a big chunky boy. Oh my god, this is so heavy. I have experienced worse. Humanity is more intimidating than this thing. This can take some fingers off. Humanity takes my soul. Time to get back to the demolition. Hi, hello, good morning. Let me show you my outfit of today. Tank top, jeans, so I don't hurt myself. Oh, and the best part is I got myself some Wolverine work boots, and they are some of the most comfortable work boots I have ever experienced. I feel like I have been lied to by Nike. I got them because I'm going to be doing a lot of yard work down the line. Arizona has these things, I think they're called spurs or something like that, where they're little weed things that that attach to your pants and your shoes and your socks. And if you touch them, you can accidentally prick yourself like a cactus, except they're tiny and awful. What I want to tackle today, get out my level and to figure out where everything dips or humps and see what is wrong with my floors. It ranges from not a problem whatsoever to your whole house needs to be rebuilt. Before we get started though, I need to show you something. My cats are great pest control. Look at what they brought me. What a lovely gift. Yeah, fun. So I have discovered a few dips, a few humps. So I'm going to research some handymen, some contractors, and see if they can help me with this. Yeah, I'm just thinking about my options. So I just had a very lovely conversation with one of the people I called. I sent him some pictures. He's a little too busy to help me, but then he gave me so much advice. And we just chatted for 10 minutes, and apparently he breeds horses and invited me to see them on his ranch. So I might do that one day, maybe film it, I don't know. And hopefully I don't get kidnapped. I'll bring Vincent. Hopefully we both don't get kidnapped. He basically told me that my floors look pretty good. They're not that unlevel. And he was saying like he was just trying to save me money, and I'm like, yes, please save me all the money. I don't really need to fix the flooring at all, according to him. I'm going to fix the cracking on the walls and on the ceiling. And then I'm going to skim coat the walls. End of day one, I have officially skim coated the first coat on this wall, part of that wall. A lot of learning that I just did. No matter how many times you watch YouTube videos of what the consistency should be, you just don't know until you try it.
Look at all this stuff that she did all by herself. You're gonna be so buff.
Can you tell that the walls are like smoother?
They're smoother, but I can tell you have to do a phase of sanding.
Yeah. And another coat.
How many coats?
It's technically 2 coats and like 3 touch-ups. I think I should. I think it should be...
See, this is why you're all wondering, oh, where's Vincent? Where's Vincent? Where the fuck is Vincent? Because of shit like this. I do not want to do 5 layers of this shit, man. I didn't sign up for this shit, man. Do you harbor any resentful feelings for not helping you?
I'm sure people watch this thinking they want to do this life too. But when you actually go and do it, it's really overwhelming and stressful and a lot of hard work, and you don't actually want to do this with me, and I'm not gonna force you.
But I want to make sure you're enjoying it. Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it, kind of. In the process, I go, why do I suck at life? Why do I not know how to do anything properly? But then when I get better at it, I go like, oh hey, I got better at it.
Oh, it's just like art.
When I see the finished result, I really like it. And that lasts for as long as I look at something. So for example, when I look at the floors, I go, hey, I did that.
To some, this seems like madness, but to Janet, this is her sick idea of fun.
Oh, the cats think I've gone mad. I'm like moving things around.
How have the cats been reacting to what you're doing?
They don't want to be anywhere near me. Hello, it is day 2, and time to keep retexturing these walls. I realized I never showed you what the walls actually look like. Also, I think I got a splinter. How did that happen? I don't know if I got a splinter or a blister. Let me show you what the texture looks like. The walls of this house all look like this awful textured wall. I hate it. I don't think you can notice it on camera when I'm filming, but I do think it looks really dated. I hope you can see that there's very little to see. This is just so much better. Less distracting to the eye. I don't know what people were thinking back in the day adding texture to walls. Got a big glob in my hair. I should tie my hair into a bun.
You should wear a hat, I think is what
I don't have a hat. Oh. But like, it gets in this part of my hair, so I'll just make a bun.
I got this.
While I am doing this, I will tell you a little story about meeting my neighbors. Met this one guy that I really relate with, which doesn't happen very often. Everyone who lives here are much older than us. Just assume anyone I'm talking about is like 65 and older. I was loading up the vinyl plank into our neighbor's truck, Jimmy. Thank you so much, by the way. He's not watching this, but If he is, if the people of Prescott have discovered my YouTube channel, I'm sorry. It's the first time I experience kindness from other human beings living here in Prescott. In LA, people just want to ignore you and tell you to shut the fuck up and leave. Here, people lend me their pickup trucks. So I was loading up the stuff in the pickup, and then this really vintage looking Volkswagen Beetle pulls up. It's like bright red. I think it had like a custom license plate. And out comes this older gentleman. We do our introductions. It turns out he's an artist like I was. Oh, you're an artist? I'm an artist. I used to be an art director for 23 years. We commenced sharing our war stories about what it's like to work in the corporate world as an artist. I tell him, because I'm very honest to everyone I meet, how much I did not care for Disney. Corporate life is just not for me. It's probably the most polite way I can put it. Like boomers do, they like giving young people like me a lot of advice, which honestly I really appreciate. I like listening to old people and their life advice. It has saved my ass so many times, you don't even know. And eventually, I asked him, well, how did you like your 23 years working in the industry? And he was like, I did it. And people out here in social media want to tell you that, oh, be an artist, it'll be fun. Work in the industry, it'll be fun. Meanwhile, him and I pieced out to Prescott because this is how we want to live our life. He worked 23 years as an art director, and then he worked about 20 more years before that as, in other artist jobs. Before he basically quit, bought a land in Prescott, and it's been here for like 12 years since. And I told him, you are me, you're living my life. You know how to live. Moral of the story, kids. No one likes their job. Some people just do it for 23 years before they decide, you know what, I've had enough. I just want to retire. With my wife, we get a nice red vintage car and basically live it up for the rest of my life. He also apparently has a little lake house in Oregon where he goes fishing. And I was like, again, can that be my life? Can I have a lake house in Oregon as well? One of the most interesting things that he told me was that, as an older man, you go through life, you make lots of mistakes, you regret a lot of things in life, but you're here now, and you just hope that everything happened for a reason. I told him about, Disney was a dream at one point, until it wasn't. He's like, tell me about it. Now, I am just glad I'm discovering these lessons at a younger age. Because I have decided to live my life now, and not when I'm 70 or 80 or 90. Good morning. This is my outfit of the day. How can you do yard work and housework without a pair of overalls? Yeah, when you think time to get to work. Something that I've learned after doing this for quite a few days now, even though something looks really easy online, it's not. I have also learned something about myself. I'm addicted to progress, so I love being absolute garbage at doing something, and then slowly realizing that I'm getting better at doing it. But I'm still, after reviewing some videos, not as good as the experts, but it's fine. Everyone's gotta learn somehow, and since I'm gonna do this whole house, each room is going to look better and better. I'm also a lot slower than the experts. My YouTube videos make it seem like I can get this done in like a few days. See, I'm a beginner. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. This is gonna take at least twice as long. Good morning. I didn't film much yesterday, but I also didn't get noticeable progress done, which is extremely frustrating when you're trying to film something for YouTube. I worked all day and it doesn't look like I did anything. I made a gigantic mess, sanding everything so there's dust everywhere. Sanding takes 10,000 years. I'm going to try to get the bulk of the ceiling done, which means I need more joint compound. It's amazing how many buckets of this I need, but I think this might be the last bucket. Oh, cross my fingers. Hopefully, so we're gonna be heading to Lowe's. Skim coating the walls was surprisingly more difficult than ripping up carpet. My entire body is so sore from the physicality of it, and after an entire week of work, I am still not finished with it. But even though it's really tiring work, it is so satisfying to see yourself get better at doing something that you had absolutely no idea how to do before this week started, and to be able to enjoy the results of the work. So I love being able to sit around and just stare at the buttery smooth walls. My lime wash paints have finally arrived, so I'll be able to really see the space transform once there's actually color on the walls. To follow along with me on this DIY series, make sure to like and subscribe.